Ba'etzem, every Jew, miteva briyasai, we're supposed to be a natural fit for Ashrayis HaShechina. Why aren't we? Because since we're born, every layer of cushy, mushy, and we can't reverse this, by the way. We can't start not giving kids, the stuff that they need. But when your chomer, your materialistic values and needs are broken, and your yeshus is devaluated, mispatel mimenu koyach hara hamoinea es hashrayis hashchina. It's mevatel from you the koyach hara that takes away. It's stopping you, preventing you from being fit for spirituality. Because you cannot be fit for spirituality if you become materialistic and, right? Gashmias and Ruchnias don't go together. So therefore, by pain, it's mevatel self. Now, what's the practical application? So first of all, very practical. People go through pain. Yisurim, he's telling you could upgrade your Yisurim. He's telling you, Galus, you don't even need to upgrade, but of course, if you can have in mind, as you go through your own personal exiles, that you're being purified in order to connect to Hashem. What we could do is, we could have a thinking brain. I know I'm going to buy this thing. I really know it's not a need, it's a want. I'm already a better person than didn't think. Over time, you can work on it. You could say, you know what? And like I always tell my kids, you're looking for a car? Pick the car that, the few that are in your range, and don't get the top one, get the second one. You're going to buy a suit, you're going to buy a belt, whatever you're going to buy, don't get what you could afford. Certainly don't get what you can't afford. That's just nuts. That's avodah zarah. Wasting money that you don't have because you must have something because that's a whole different shmooze. But even don't get what you could afford. Then you have that coolness on that layer. You don't have the full coolness of that Rebbe, of that billionaire, of Reb Chaim Kanievsky or Reb Steinman. No, but you have at least on that level, I'm cool. I have a grip. I have control over that. I could have bought a suit. I really liked it. It was $500. I bought the suit that was $450. I didn't need the $50. So what did I gain? I gained that I controlled myself. I controlled that materialism, that chomer, and I allowed now $50 worth of Hashrayis HaShechina. You understand? You actually did so much. Because how else do you purify yourself? How else do you downgrade the value that you put into materialism, if not for controlling it? So you couldn't go and buy the $200 suit, but do what you can. I have a vart that goes like this. I made it up. I don't know if it's true. What's the difference between Olam Hazeh and Olam Haba? It's an unbelievable difference, right? Olam Haba is like infinite, and how would you describe it, right? Olam Hazeh, how do you describe Olam Hazeh? Long description. So if I was going to describe Olam Hazeh, this world, and the afterworld, why would I use the terminology Olam Hazeh? The world of this and the world of Ba, the world to come. I would say the world of physical, the world of not physical, the world of spiritual, the world of temporary, the world of eternal. If you had to put a name on this that's going on here and that's how you would describe it. It's like so basic. Olam Hazeh, Olam Haba. So I wanted to tie into that. Really, it's the best description. We live in a world, you have a steak. It's Zeh. It's a world of this. After you finish eating it, it certainly doesn't really matter what you ate a day later. You're full now from what you ate the night before. Does it really matter? It's the world of the now. Olam Haba is living a life of Ba, what's to come. I'm living for a purpose. I'm not in the Zeh. So this world, we can be in Olam Haba. Olam Chatira B'chayecha. We have to live an Olam Haba type of life while being in Olam Hazeh, where there's so much focus on the Zeh. That's the challenge. That's why Hashem did this. Angels are just in Olam Haba. They don't need anything physical, so they're just not materialistic. When angels buy a belt, they buy it on Amazon. They don't need anything. It's just no kunz. Animals, they can't be Olam Haba. They see grass, they eat grass. The cow sees they have a type. They do. No, there's no thought process. They can't stop themselves. What makes a human a human? The ability to control your animalistic desires, your ability to control your animalistic, materialistic needs. To say, yeah, I could afford that, but I don't need it. It's not just a schmooze about a concept about money, about making cheaper weddings. That was my other speech and all of that. It's about who you are. You're allowing yourself to now have an extra 5% of room in you to be Roif Ashreis Hashchina, to be more connected to God, which is your whole purpose that you're down here. The whole purpose we're here is to connect to Hashem. Mitzvah is a lashon of connection. The Tachlis Kol HaTorah Kula is to connect you to Hashem. We're down here for a short period of time. We want to be connected. Davuk, Dveikus B'Hashem. Connection to Hashem, the purpose of Kol HaTorah Kula. When you daven or you learn or you do any mitzvah, the more connected you are, the more schar you're going to get for eternity. It's the whole reason we're here. And we never think about that so much of that is being blocked by so much of this. So can't get through the layers of Chaimer. You chop what he's saying? It's not just about living a better life for a higher purpose. It's not even about doing a mitzvah. It's about being more ra'oi fa'ashrois hashchina. Rav Steinman was as human as possible to be ra'oi fa'ashrois hashchina, because he had no extra materialism. He didn't even lean. You know, he didn't lean back until he was much, much older. He would say once he went on a plane by takeoff, you know, he wouldn't lean back on a chair for like 80 years of his life. He didn't need it. He was disconnected from this world. He was able to connect to the next world. So this is not just about another milah of your life. It's about your whole destination of your life. Can we just take off the outer layer, one layer? Can we just chill a little bit with the I need? I don't need. I have wants, I have desires. You know what? I'll take the second best. What you accomplish is not just your mu'edel or not just you're less tied to the world. You become more fit for the Shekhinah to rest in you. And then that changes your whole life. Your whole entire life changes. You start living a life of Olam Haba. You start thinking, right now I want to order supper. I could afford a $100 steak, but I don't need to. And it makes it, well, maybe you have the money for it. Maybe it makes no difference. And you say, what's the difference? Last night that I got a cheaper meal. Yeah. You're less connected to Olam Hazeh. You're more connected to Olam Haba. It's a seesaw. It's a battle. It's a battle. Yeah, I could afford those shoes. They're $300. You know what? Give me the $200 shoes. Don't get everything just because you can. And if you cannot really afford it and you're stretching yourself for a label or it makes other people, you know, it's like, I don't want to get into this whole thing because it's really taking away from what he's saying. But somebody showed me something that they bought and it was very expensive, even though the comfort and the style and everything really could have been cheaper, but it was a brand name. Okay, fine. But the brand name was written all over the item. I'm like, if somebody would write, can I write my name, or can you buy let's say it was a shirt, right? Can I just give you a plain shirt and write Avi Fishoff all over? You're going to say, what'd you do? But because it's all of a sudden it's like, whoa, like, first of all, it's not as pretty. It's not nice. You took away the niceness because it has this name all over it. Second of all, he basically covered up most of it with the name. Third of all, how much is he paying you to advertise for his company? So it's like, you see this shirt? It's blue, right? I like this shirt very much. It's cheap. It's good price. Let's say I told you it's a name brand. There's a name in there, and instead of paying, I think I paid $30 for it, let's say I paid $300 for it. Okay, that's, I think, a sickness, but, you know, I'll convince myself it's more comfortable, I could afford it, fine. But then imagine if the guy who made it wrote his name across the whole thing. So you can't even see the beauty of the shirt that I liked. So what am I looking at? I'm looking at letters? And you're going to tell me that that's nice? If the letters weren't that guy's name, right? If the letters didn't say the name brand, you wouldn't think it's nice. So you think it's nicer now because the letters put together say that name brand? So if you're buying something that's really super nice, it happens to be a name brand, it's more comfortable, or whatever, fine, but it's not even nice anymore because they put the brand name all over it. Not just a little SR, not just a little Chamor or Kelev, but it's like, how is that nice? Off topic.